Hey y'all, welcome back to Pure South Pastures. Today's a big day for our farm. We're going to be making a run up to Missouri. My son Scout and I are going to take off here in just a minute. And we're going to be bringing something home that we've never brought to the farm yet. As you know, we just recently purchased some sheep. And so we need to make this run today. And hope you'll follow along with us. We'll show you what we're going to do. Super excited. I want you to see this. So we'll probably be getting home pretty late tonight. So I don't know how much video we'll do in the evening. We might get some footage there. But if not, then I'll bring you along tomorrow morning and we'll finish up the video. So come along with us. Let's make a trip to Missouri and bring something home really special and needed for our farm. All right, y'all. What started out to be a really exciting video, exciting times for our farm, turned out pretty disappointing. So yesterday, my son Scout and I went 4 hours north to Ava, Missouri, and we were picking up a livestock guardian dog for our sheep. And it was a dog that was 2 years old, had been with sheep. The family had sold the sheep, and so the dog needed a new farm to work on. And so he was a Pyrenees, Anatolian, Akbash cross. Great looking dog, really lean. He didn't have a lot of hair, which I was thankful for here in the South. One of the things I was looking for. Anyway, just seemed like it's going to be a great dog, great fit. We got home about 11 o'clock last night, 11:30. We kept him contained all night. And I'm really disappointed in myself because I messed it up today. The dog had never been, he really was a working dog. He'd never been on a leash. He wasn't around for a lot of pets. They would scratch him a little bit whenever he would come up and eat. But one of the things that I knew he had to learn was electric fence. Everything we have is electric. We move the sheep and the cows every day with electric fence. So I felt like he needed to learn electric. Well, I needed to spend some time. He needed to spend some time bonding with the sheep. So I knew I needed to create a bonding pen. And so I created a spot in our barn, and I put double electric all the way around it, or on two sides of it. The back wall was just a solid wall. And we left him in the crate overnight. We let him get out and use the bathroom and get some water last night, and we put him back in the crate this morning. I got him out. I let him around the sheep a little bit. They seemed to socialize well. So I felt like if we could get him in the pen that I had made with electric fence around two sides of it, then not only would he be able to bond with the sheep through the electric fence and through the panels, but that he would also be contained and he would learn the electric. So I had to get him in there this morning because I was selling some bulls, and I had to get some bulls up in the corral, which is in the same area. Anyway, long story longer. I got him in there. He's tugging a little bit against the lead because he'd never been on a lead before. And so, but he was working pretty good. And so I just kind of let him take it at his own pace, and he got in. Well, he eased over toward the electric fence, had him on the leash, and he had never been on a leash before. It was a long, long lead. And he touched the electric fence, and I mean, here's my mistake. And man, I learned this the hard way. The first time he touched that electric, and I was right there within 10 feet of him, he thought that I did it. I could see in his eyes, he thought it was me. He started pulling against the lead. He started biting at the lead. He thought the lead, that leash, he'd never been on a leash before. He thought that was what was causing it. And I mean, from that point on, he was just out of control. And it didn't matter what happened, he was getting out of there. And so I had to get the lead off of him because he was just creating a mess. We had the electric wire in there on the edges. Before long, he had ducked out of a spot, went through electric fence to do it, but he didn't care. He ducked out of a spot. Well, the sheep were, you can see the sheep right now, they're uh, right, right out there. And so that's where the sheep were. The pen is up there by the barn. I don't know if you can see the barn there. We were right up in that area right there where he was. Well, he ran out here. The sheep were out where they are right now. And he ran out here and he laid down and he was just watching the sheep. It's exactly what we want him to do, right? That's the activity that we want him to have. Well, I had to get the bulls up because I promised the guy I would have them over um, to his place this morning. So I loaded them up. And I looked down there, and he was just nowhere to be found. So since this morning, I haven't seen him. I went and talked to all the neighbors and asked them to be on the lookout for him. There was just no way I was going to get him back on a lead after that. And I honestly didn't want to because I knew that there was that. I just messed up. I messed it up bad. So anyway, we're still holding out hope that maybe I guess he went off in the woods. I'm not exactly sure where he went. When he left, I didn't see it. And I had to get this other deal done. It's just how it is. You know how it is on the farm. There's just always something else going on. So I was separating cows and bulls and got them loaded up on the trailer. And I don't even know which direction he went. We've ridden the roads. We've talked to neighbors. We've ridden all over our land, called for him. I don't know. It's one of those deals. It's disappointing. It's disappointing because I had high hopes in him. It's also disappointing because, we rode 8 hours all together yesterday. We left here at 2:00 in the afternoon. They couldn't be home till like 6. So left here at 2 in the afternoon or 1:30, and then got home at 11:30 last night. And yeah. So hopefully, a white dog with an orange collar will show back up around here somewhere, and we can get a second chance. So that's what we're praying for. Anyway, that's how things go sometimes. I knew it was a gamble. I knew it was a risky deal to get a 2-year-old dog and try to bond him to our herd, our flock. I think it can be done. He's pretty independent. Where he was, there wasn't a lot of structure. Nothing held him in. He pretty much just crossed fences and roamed a lot. But he stayed with the sheep where he was, and so I was hoping that we could get him bonded to the sheep here, and he would just simply do his job. So anyway, it's disappointing. I've not lost all hope. I keep looking out the window. I keep coming out and calling and looking for him, and maybe he'll turn up. Maybe we'll get a second chance. So, but until then, we got to figure out something for our sheep. We have a lot of property to graze, and I can't just keep them right here by the barn all the time. We really need to get them back on the new farm back there. There's a lot of broadleaf stuff, a lot of stuff that they would love to help us control, and we got to figure that out. So if he don't show up soon, we'll be on to plan B, and we'll figure it out. But thanks for thanks for being part of our community. Thanks for letting me share today. Just my heavy heart, but it's all good. It's just stuff that happens on the farm, and we pick up from here and go on. We'll figure it out. So, hey, God bless you guys today. Appreciate you joining me. Pray with me for his return. He didn't know it because on the farm he was on, they called him Dog. We were calling him Knox, and hopefully Knox will get a second chance here at Pure South Pastures. That's what we're believing for, praying for, and hopefully we'll see that happen. Hey, God bless you guys. Have a great one. We'll see you on the next video.